Yeah.
telling you.
Go on.
The Irish. Oh, how they do it. The Irish are the nicest people in the world. From the moment I've stepped off a plane
Go on.
today, from the moment I've stepped off a plane, from the baggage handler to the driving to your people, you are the nicest people on
Oh, that's
earth.
very nice of you to say.
I'm telling you the truth.
Well, we're very happy to
Beautiful.
see you.
I mean, it's a palpable feeling. It's really exquisite.
Well,
and God bless you all. Thank you
That's
very
nice of you
much.
to say.
That's
That's
sweet.
nice of you to say. And as you can hear, it's reciprocated, which is lovely.
Well, it's just it's beautiful, and you're not bad yourself,
Yeah.
sir.
Just motoring along, and so happy
Hey.
to see. You said the last time you were here that you'd come back, and I thought, Hollywood promise.
Yeah,
And here you are.
I know.
You're good.
You know, when I was here 4 years ago, we were on the Halloween 2018 tour,
Sure.
and it was Do the Hustle. Everywhere I was singing Do the Hustle, Do the Hustle. And it's funny, it's different this time.
Why?
Because I'm just so relaxed.
Yeah, good.
I'm just so relaxed.
You're enjoying it.
I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
And I can't actually believe that since that movie, 2018
Yes.
Halloween,
God, it's happened.
3 other movies, Knives Out and Everything Everywhere, all at once, all within like 4 years, and I'm 64 years old. How is this happening?
Somebody went, you said Knives Out, and I was like, yes, love Knives Out.
No, I know, but I
It's-
mean, it's extraordinary to me.
Yes.
And I just realized I just have to stay out of the way. You know, I can't try to control anything. Just need to stay out of the way and let the grace of what's happening.
And is that what
happen.
happened? Did you kind of make a not conscious decision or subconscious where you said, what, get out of your own way, as they say? Or was it like that? Or did you just kind of, what happened, I wonder?
Honestly, I don't know.
Was it a cosmic thing?
I think it just, things aligned in a
Yeah.
way, and I was open to it. And, you know, my kids are grown now, and
That's nice.
my husband's grown now, and
So-
you know,
That's a good one, isn't it?
you know, everybody's okay on their own, and
Yeah.
mommy can kind of go
Yeah.
off and do her thing. And I feel like I'm stepping into myself in a way and I loved raising my children. And by the way, you may not know this because you probably didn't see the commercials, but I mean, I spent 7 years selling yogurt that makes you poop in America for money, so that I could stay home and be with my kids and, you know, kind of see that through.
Okay.
But now creatively, I'm just in flow. And honestly, I just keep staying out of the way.
What a great place to be.
And so it's just a very nice way to end the Halloween thing. I'm just very relaxed
It
about it.
came really nicely, as you say. You were
Beautifully.
so creative all around the Halloween
Yeah.
phenomenon, whether it was Knives Out or the podcast
Yeah.
or the celebrating weddings, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
We'll talk about all these things in a moment, but it just felt right. And then the Halloween
It's
ends.
just beautiful. It's just a nice way to end it. I can now go off and do my other things, you know, and leave, I feel, the fans and the people who've loved her, and by loving her, they've loved me.
Yeah.
I can just leave it be in a very poignant, sad, but powerful way.
What I liked about, I've always enjoyed you talking about Halloween and the movies and the phenomenon in a way that was very respectful to it. You know, you never kind of arched an eyebrow or went jaundiced about it. You just went, this film's been good to me, it's been good to fans, and it's one of those phenomena that has just worked.
You know, do you remember the Paul Simon "You Can Call Me Al" song?
Of course.
There's a lyric that says, "I don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard."
Yeah.
And what I was always worried about is that Laurie Strode and Halloween, as you said, tongue in cheek,
Yes.
would become a cartoon, would become a joke.
Mm.
And I take it probably too seriously.
Yeah.
But I take it really seriously. And they're slasher movies if you just boil it down, there will be blood and a lot of it.
Lots of it.
But it also can be bigger than that. It can actually have themes and ideas. And the more integrity I think I give Laurie
Yes.
and the movie, the more the audience gives
Yeah.
Laurie and the movie. And it's been true.
Yeah, because you've been saying that the last few movies, the Halloween movies, have been reflecting the American story in a manner of speaking. So, you know,
Yeah.
whether it was Me Too, the last time we spoke in 2018,
Yes.
this time you've been saying that it's more mob mentality.
Well, the second movie.
Sorry, but this one is more. Did you talk about online or something like that?
Yes, well, the second one was mob mentality, which, by the way, was written and predated the big social uprisings in America, as well as the insurrection in America.
January 6th, yeah.
But we predated it.
Yes.
Like, we made a movie about mob uprisings a year before it all happened. And then now this one is about the poisoning that, in a way, that level of damage and murder in a town, Haddonfield, a fake American town, what it really has done to the people. And it's poisoned them. So we all think Michael Myers is the murderer, is the killer. But the truth is we are all somewhat murderers. We are all capable of inflicting real harm on other people, what we do to victims.
Yes.
And it's a movie about victim shaming, really, and what has happened to Laurie in all of these intervening years. So it's still a slasher movie.
Yes, let's not lose sight of that.
I mean, he's still in a mask. He's not like all of a sudden in a therapist's, jacket saying, he doesn't say anything, but kind of like it's still a thrilling
horror film.
But in the middle of it, it does ask, what are we doing now? I don't know about all y'all. It's a very southern thing.
You did
all
very
of a sudden,
well.
I'm very southern.
Y'all.
All of a sudden, I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
In America, we have something called the internet.
Really?
And
Tell us about it.
it's fascinating.
Really?
You can connect with people all over the world, and it's so good. It's terrifying because
it is terrifying.
What was invented to connect us, I could be in Los Angeles and connect to you, and we could share our cultures and our ideas and our stories, and people all over the world could share in it. It started that way. And then slowly it became nothing but a portal for hatred.
Hijacked.
And it is that now. And I have friends, I'm telling you, I will say something. What I just said about that we're all, or you made the joke about the Italian prime minister and the right. Let's say I made that joke.
Yes.
I'd get off the show, which I love being on with you.
Thank you.
And I'd go back to my phone.
Yes.
And my friends would call me.
Yeah,
and I would have 30 messages. I'd be like, what's going on? And I would call one of them or text them and go, hey. And they'd say, how are you?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And I say, great. I'm in Ireland. I just did the show. What? Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll say, what? What happened? Don't read it. And what I realized is, it's a portal for hatred. And my secret, telling everybody a secret.
Yeah.
I don't read anything you write about me.
Good. Well,
that's the secret.
The great thing about being online is that you can get
offline. Use it to deliver your point of view. It's your right to deliver your point of view, and then get out.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at a clip from Halloween Ends.
We're showing a clip?
We have to because...
What kind of clip?
Because the state of you in it. My
I
nerves are
understand,
gone.
but what kind of clip
I know,
is
but I was
it?
worried for you.
But what kind of clip is it?
It's not a bad
Is it
one.
a scary one?
Yes.
But wait. Okay, but
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
here's...
Yeah.
Thank you. They don't listen to me.
Go on, what do you say to them?
So this is a fight. This is this final inevitable
Kitchen.
fight between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. And I was like, I wanted to be like a bar brawl. I wanted to be messy like a bar brawl, like people breaking bottles and just really going at it. And obviously I have a stunt woman named Ashley who's fantastic, done 3 movies with me. She takes the big hits, of course, but I get in there. I'm game, as we like to say. I'm not stupid, but I'm game.
Okay.
And so, we were choreographing this thing, blah, 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 and that first thing. And then I said, it's still too movie fighty for me, you guys. Still too movie fighty. I said, I want him to take her by the hair and throw her face into the glass front dish cabinet on camera. And David, the director, was like, no, because it's going to take too long to reset it. You know, these things are made on budgets, very tight budgets,
Yes.
and we don't have a lot of time. They're not Marvel movies
Okay.
where you have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to spend. These are made on a very tight budget. And David said, I don't want to spend the money on the reset of the cabinet every time. It's going to take too long. I said, David, I promise you, by the time they wipe off the blood off my face, they will have reset the thing. And so when you get to go see this movie,
Yes.
there is a moment right after they cut, right at the moment right at that moment when they just cut it out, he takes her head and throws it into a glass front dish cabinet on film because that's the kind of fight it needed to be. And then it goes beyond. There is if you've seen the trailer, do you guys have garbage disposals here?
Yes.
No, the electric ones?
The where you crush everything?
No.
No.
That's
Sorry.
that's called a compactor. We have word issues, you and me. Because you called me a
celebrant.
He called me a celebrant, and I said, I'm celibate?
No, I said.
And you said, I was like,
No, you said that was a bit forward of you, and I said.
well, I thought it was very forward of you to
Yes.
ask me if I'm celibate.
I'm celibate.
I didn't know if you were
Well,
coming
we
on to me.
We were backstage, and
We
I
were
said,
not backstage.
we were in a bar.
You know, let's be really clear. There were a lot of people. There were a lot of other people around, and
There
you
were.
said,
Congratulations, I hear you're a celebrant
and
now.
I said again,
I'm a celibate now? And I said, oh no.
and you said, no, you're a celebrant. I said, yes, I'm celebrating. I'm very happy. The movie's is going to be a big hit, and the movie's amazing.
We
and
got
I'm
lost in
ending-
translation, didn't we?
And then you were like, no, you're a celebrant. And I'm like, yes, I'm happy to be here. And then you mentioned my daughter Ruby.
Yes.
And said my daughter Ruby's name, and I went, oh, I'm an officiant.
Which sounds so like celebrant that we just got lost in translation.
Who here thinks the word celebrant and officiant?
You see, we call what you do as an officiant, we call it celebrant in Ireland, and that's where the
but
confusion
that's
was.
just the wrong word. I'm so sorry. I like you guys. You're incredibly nice, but it's the wrong word. So I'm just going to take
Is anyone
the right...
here celibate? We got. That's a joke. Now I'll just get
It's all
cancelled.
good.
Tell us about officiating, though. Ruby's
So
wedding.
my youngest daughter,
Yes.
Ruby, was married this May. So I will tell you guys something. I'm 60. It's my Beatles' birthday this year.
Congratulations.
64 this year in November, in a month.
Happy birthday.
Worth clapping for.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a big birthday year. And I'm married for a long time and not celibate.
And now I'm a celebrant at this news.
To my first husband.
Congratulations.
Still married to my first
Again,
husband.
celebrating.
Thank you. Christopher, for 38 years, which is a long time.
Wonderful actor.
So it's a wonderful time in our lives. I never knew, kind of like when my children were born, I just really never thought about it. But the fact that both of my children have gotten married in our backyard, in our garden, at our home that they were raised in, really made me feel, I'm literally going to cry on national
Made you feel what, though?
that we were a family.
That-
That was like, that
Really?
really made me feel like we were
Abby.
family. And I've raised these children from birth, but they are both adopted at birth. And I've always worked really hard to make sure that they felt that. But, you know, it's a hard thing to be adopted. It's hard. It's not easy. And everybody has feelings about it. And so no matter what, for some reason, their weddings, both of them,
Yes.
3 years ago, my daughter Annie got married in the backyard. And this May, I officiated my daughter Ruby and her wife's Cynthia's wedding. And it was a cosplay wedding,
Wow.
which meant it was entirely in costume.
The best.
Everybody,
How much fun.
there was a Where's Waldo at Ruby's wedding. There was one Where's Waldo there's a picture. So there, Ruby is on the right. She was a character named Squiggly, don't ask me. The one with the skull. And then Cynthia is a character, also don't ask me what. And I am, if anybody here plays World of Warcraft, there's an Admiral Proudmoore,
Okay.
and that was my costume. I was Admiral Proudmoore, but I officiated that wedding.
Kind
in
of
our backyard.
appropriate if you were a Proudmoore, because just the way you're talking.
I was a proud, but it's
you
funny.
sound so
But
happy.
even on the day, I was really groovy about it all,
Okay.
and like really, it was a beautiful celebration, beautiful day, and yet now thinking about it, it's just the idea that both of those kids got married in the backyard.
Isn't that sweet?
It's so really, it's just beautiful.
See, it just chimes as we draw to a close. It just chimes with how you opened our conversation tonight, which was just saying, "I've got it." I think it's like you've kind of found where you needed to be, or you've kind of got a lot of answers you mightn't have had before, and even the understanding of the beauty of that wedding and your two children,
and you
and
don't,
the joy of that.
You don't know.
Yeah.
We all are struggling. There's not a person in this room sitting across from me
For
or
sure.
me who isn't trying to figure out,
Yeah.
who am I? Why am I here?
hell's going on?
What am I supposed to do? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? If I'm not, what do I have to change?
Sure.
We are all constantly developing, and we're human. It's the part of us that is so exciting and confounding at times, but exciting nonetheless. And I do think you're absolutely right. I landed in a way,
What a nice thing to do.
and it's just been beautiful.
Come back again, will you? Promise
Don't
again?
make me leave.
Come back
now.
again.
Why do I have to leave?
I'd stay.
Family.
I'd stay another half an hour chatting with you.
I'm not leaving. I won't go. I'm not going. Good luck.
Halloween doesn't end.
It's never going to end. You know what? It's never ending.
It's never
because
ending.
I'm not going.
No, I'll tell you what.
I tell you what, I'm not going to go.
I don't want you to go, actually.
Not going. Okay, I'll go.
Oh, come on.
Do I get up and go?
No, not for a
I
moment,
don't
no.
go.
No, I don't want you
You
to
have
go.
to say something.
Halloween Ends is out in Irish cinemas on October the 14th. What a joy. Jamie Lee Curtis. You're great. Here's another chance now for you to win a luxury break in Dublin with lots of cash. Have a look at this.